So do you feel that creating an atmosphere at the school of these experiences of bringing that joy back, do you feel that's partly also the success? You say you're calming the body down with doing these movements, and then when you start with your spelling and whatever, it's almost like you're preparing the system to, So, yeah.
You know, and once they start writing their words, say for instance, we've done 10 for the day, then they need to remember those 10 words. I don't want to go back this afternoon and do this much homework. So we save
all your work.
And they are so cute that once they've done it and they do the last one, they save their work.
Really? That's lovely.
And I mean, some of them are only 6 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're saying sewing is your passion. I'm trying to think. How does your classrooms or your areas where you work must be lovely with all you got to be sewing stuff for them. Are you sewing stuff for them?
You know, to be quite honest, I haven't. Oh, really? I'm feeling so bad.
But you must be itching too.
I am. Yeah. I bought material and I want to make them little hanging bags for the pencils. You know,
yes,
for the clutter on the tables. Then the pencils is off that side. Then the pencil falls here and the rubber is falling here. And they're always fiddling for something and looking for something. So I don't want to make it on the back of the chairs. I'm going to do it on the sides. Because then everybody can have their book and pencils and pens on the side.
Oh, that's a clever idea.
If you've got it at the back, then
they've got to get up first.
No, then you're distracting the child in front of you. And they kick and they play. And
so you get distracted.
You need to think about...
So it needs to be on the side. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. But I'm going to put it on the tables.
Oh, you're going to put it on the tables.
Where they can reach it easily.
And pop it out and then have it and also be able to put it back in. Yeah. Just for convenience.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the holidays are coming up. It sounds like you're going to be busy with it.
Yeah, and I want to still make, I don't know what you call it, but it's a long piece of material that you sew together and you put all sorts of sensory stuff in there.
Like a feely bag.
Like a feely bag, but it's not a bag.
It's not a bag. It's a sleeve.
It's a feely sleeve. Yeah, so you put them in this side and they've got this sensory path all the way and they come out. They just love it.
My goodness.
The sensory issues we work on. I have got sensory, let's call it baths, where I put in different things like rice, like sand, water, cement, tapioca we put in there. And
so that they can experience a different texture.
With the hands, and then they can walk. Once they've done the hands, then we do the
feet as well.
Yeah. And they love the feet. Sometimes they don't like the hands. They don't like touching, but the feet, all of them, I've never had a problem with feet.
And so stimulating the sensory parts of the brain through the feet is
part of
your program.
Doing, yes.
Yeah.
And even the hands. But then if they don't want to touch the sensory baths, then there's another way that I just do the hands and sort the hands out.
So now, do you at all work with adults, or are you working only with children?
No, I do work with adults. I work with anybody and everybody.
So that will be most probably more in your afternoons. This is why you're not getting a chance to sew. It comes out now.
Yeah. I'm very busy where it comes to, and I'm very involved. I am working with a little girl, which was but she's in a mainstream school. She was extremely busy. That child was up and down and under the bed and over the bed, and and she was very, very up and down. And I started building blocks. The second time she was also still up and down. And I started praying. I said, "Oh, am I going to get results with this child?" The third time that she got there, the second time the mother said to me, she used to kick the table
Oh, while she's sitting.
while she was sitting. And she used to kick and kick.
Kick and kick.
And that
Stopped.
after the second time.
My goodness.
Then the fifth time the mom came, she said, "You know what? The school phoned me. They said, you need to come and see us." She said, and when she gets that call, she wants to run away.
Oh my gosh, nobody wants that call.
Yeah.
No parent wants the school to say, "You've got to come and see us," because that sounds like trouble.
Yeah, because she's in grade 1.
Oh dear.
I think the brain is all over, and we had to just bring it back and put it in a box, sort of
Kind of
thing.
keep.
And give her a bit of structure. And by the
So she was ready now to take structure before, and she couldn't. Okay.
the mother said she got to school and she was devastated, because the whole year when they call her, it was
Bad news.
very bad news. And she sat down and the teacher said, "Ma'am, I just want to tell you, your child has improved 100%.
Oh my goodness.
She had tears in her eyes when she told me that. She said, "I couldn't believe it." Because she battled, she never did homework. She struggled doing homework. She didn't concentrate. And now she's actually in the afternoon, she goes home, does her homework all by herself, doesn't need assistance. She's up to date from where she battled earlier this year. And the mom said, "Had I only known about you a year ago, my child would have been a different child."
Yeah, sometimes we want to do that to ourselves, but you know what? We've just got to be grateful that we actually get to the point where we get in touch with this kind of information. The person that trained me, she, just coincidentally, how coincidences work. You wonder, is it really, or is it?
Yeah.
Is it just, So she listened to a radio program. They were on their way, I think, to holiday or something. And by chance, she turned on the radio and heard about this person teaching about the brain and so forth. And all of a sudden, her daughter made perfect sense to her. And she, of course, pursued that, starting to study that. And then, of course, I was one of the fortunate people that could study with her.
Oh, that's wonderful.
But how, being at that right time, but this mom's life has been changed, am I right?
Yeah.
Her experience of her child has changed. So,
and even she's a calmer student. And the teacher said she's actually
Lovely.
now a model student.
My goodness.
From being the baddie in the class.
So do you think it's those reflexes that
Oh
were...
yes, for sure.
But do you always get results that quickly then? Because this is quite quick. How long was she with you? Maybe?
6 weeks.
6 weeks.
6 weeks. But the mother worked with her as well. The mother, you could see the mother was very constant. And it had to be, there's no ways that you're not going to do it. You'll have to, and you have to, and you have to. And when she starts saying, "But I cannot," and the mother says, "Do I know that child that cannot?" And she switches like that. "I can, I will, and I will persevere." And it was the attitude. But the mother had a lot to do with it as well.
Yeah, so the mother's intentions were also then for
was-
her child.
Yeah.
And do you think that was the winning recipe for this mom?
If I didn't have the mother's backup, it wouldn't have been that quick.
So you have to still have, and it's that why you also a reflex coach.
That's why I'm a reflex coach, yes.
So you also assist, you coach that individual.
Yes, because it's no use. I see the child once a week, and then there's nothing for the rest of the week. The brain doesn't work that way.
It doesn't, okay.
You need to constantly do the exercises, And you need to train the brain constantly. There's no ways that you can say, I'll do it today and I'll leave it tomorrow and Monday I'll go. No, it's not working that way.